42 to 10? 42 to 10. That's far. That's like Jupiter to Neptune. That's how far that is. Y'all not close. Y'all were in the park. What park? Yellowstone? Yosemite? That's the only park y'all in.
Yosemite.
Y'all ain't
Yosemite.
Shannon, I didn't know you were this funny because you were always on TV when I was on TV at the same time, and I'm really just appreciating your greatness right now.
Him and Kendrick Perkins.
Shannon, I didn't know this about you.
I'm sorry, Molly.
No,
don't apologize.
I'm
We love it. We love it.
I never got to watch your show because I was always on TV at the same time.
Well, thank you. But I'm listening to Micah. He says we're in the ballpark and we're close. And I'm like, what? Were you at that game last night? Were you involved? You think you're close to the 49ers with the way you played last night?
Shannon, I think you're being unfair to Micah Parsons. I don't think you're taking into account the level of contamination that has afflicted him. That is what has happened. It's the fact that those delusional fans have contaminated him. And as a result, he sounded just as delusional as they sound. It makes perfect sense when you consider kind of stuff he's around. It's unfortunate. If he were an Eagle, if he were a San Francisco 49er, if he were a Miami Dolphins who just got bum rushed by 28 from Buffalo over a week ago, okay, he still wouldn't have said that. But being a member of the Cowboys, these are the kind of things that they do to you. I understand it. He'll eventually get over the affliction, but right now he's suffering from a deal.
But to answer your question, Molly, I believe Trey Lance might be a negotiating tool, even though he's a developmental project, because Jerry can go to Dak and says, look, because Dak's going to want to increase from that $40 million salary, because he sees by the time he does his contract, the contracts are going to be north of $50 million. And Dak's going to want to increase. So Jerry's going to say, Dak, I don't understand how you think that we can give you an increase to $50 million when you haven't delivered us further than the playoffs than you did as a rookie. So I need more. In order for me to give you more, I need you to bless me by giving me more. So I think that's a negotiating tool. But I know Jerry loves the guys that he drafts. He drafted Dak Prescott, but Trey Lance. And I'm going to turn it over to you, Dio. I want Dio to go to this. Stephen A., did you hear, Trey Lance has been a great addition. He can tell him if Trey Lance knew the damn players, he'd still be in San Francisco. That's why he's in Dallas.
Yeah.
How would he go help you?
All right, so tell me this, because I just heard you allude to it quickly. So after his 3-interception game, you're saying Dak's done in Dallas?
Let me tell you why I feel this way. Because he's going to count $60 million against their cap unless they negotiate a new deal for him. And a new deal is obviously going to require a raise. Now, the one thing we know about Dak is that Dak is a stern negotiator. This brother, all right, who some people are joking around calling him Whack Prescott instead of Dak Prescott right now, not me, but others, the bottom line is this. You're in no position to demand more. But when it comes to Dak Prescott, this is the dude that negotiated and got himself $75 million in the first year of his new deal. And so when we look at it from that standpoint, $95 million over 2 years, you look at it from that perspective, he ain't going to negotiate himself on the cheap. If you're Jerry Jones and the Cowboys, you got to make a decision. And do you want to commit to him long term at a heftier price when the man hasn't gotten it done? You're not going to do that. This is it for me, as far as I'm concerned, unless Dak Prescott takes them to the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl, which we know ain't going to happen. The bottom line is, I think this is it for Dak Prescott. I think this is his last year in Dallas.
I'm not ready to say that just yet. The financial point is completely fair and accurate. And something's going – we heard all offseason, right? Yeah, they're going to have to redo his deal or give him the extension to drop the number. Excuse me. We can make the case that these next 3 weeks are the 3 biggest weeks of Dak's kind of career. They play the Chargers. I don't think it's going to be just this cakewalk game, okay?
That's going to be a tough game for them. You know why, right?
I think so.
You know why? Because I'm going to be there.
You're going to the game?
I'll be at the Dallas game. Dallas Chargers Monday night. I'll be there.
Okay, so that's Monday. That's next Monday night?
That's right.
Okay, so that I think that's got the chance to be a good football game. The Chargers got to be healthy. Then we got the Rams and the Eagles. If they don't find a way to go at least 2-1 in that game, because then their next 3 weeks after that are easy. The Giants, the Panthers, maybe not easy. The Commanders, we'll see. Because if they don't find a way to have some success and Dak play well, their final 5 weeks are Seattle, Philly, Buffalo, Miami, Detroit. I mean, so they really got to do a good job. And Dak's got to try to kind of regain some trust and confidence and and belief, because when they go up against really good teams, I think naturally you're going to revert to what we just saw last night in his performance. I'm not ready to say he's done in Dallas, but coming off last night, man, they need a stretch of really good. Because I asked, real quick, Stephen A., when was the last time we saw Dak play and be like, oh my gosh, he was awesome?
It's been a while.
I think he played good against the Jets, like pretty darn good against the Jets.
It's been a while.
But awesome. Like
It's been a while, and on top of all of that, we're talking about money now. We're talking about money.
Yeah.
We ain't just talking about football. We're talking about money. Now, if I'm just talking about football, sure, he could survive past this year. But if you're talking about him having to stay, but at a heftier price, without the level of production, like, I'm sorry, got to go.
Nick, our producer, hit me in my ear, the Bucs game in the playoffs. Like, the Bucs were terrible.
Yeah, he was sensational in that game.
But
let me ask you this. They were. But let me ask both of you guys this. Why would the Cowboys be giving Dak a raise? If you look at his playoff rate, so what would the raise be based off of?
Cap.
So that
Two reasons, Shannon.
Go ahead, Stephen A.
To drop his salary, number one, or number two, because you don't have anybody else you believe in. But I will remind everybody, Cooper Rush was 5-1 as a starter.
Well, Dak is the king of empty calories. That's why he can't gain no weight, because he don't eat anything with nutritional value. He came in last night. They tried to get him. Hey, Stephen A., they tried to get him, try to pad his stats, and he threw pick. The 49ers wouldn't even let him pad his stats. That's how bad he was.
Gotcha.
Can I see those?
Which one? The glasses? Here you go.
I mean, with that shirt, didn't you wear that shirt last week?
No, it was a dress that was
Put the glasses
similar.
on so your style will be elevated even more. Look at that. Now, see, that's fly. See, that's fly.
Yeah.
Now you're looking good.
Are these Cardis?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, old big baller. Old shot calling Stephen A.
Howdy.
All right.
I don't know.
You guys want to go to bump?
Cowboy hat and Cartier.
By the way, to elevate the show's value even more, keep those shades on for the rest of the show. You have my permission.
Do these have prescription?
Can you keep them until after the show?
No, she cannot. No. She can keep it for the rest of the show.
Hey.
No, you can't.
By the way, I just want to say this really quick. You won your bet. You had a bet with Marcus Spears.
Yeah, he owes me $1,000.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
$1,000.
What?
They had a bet that Dak was going to throw 2 interceptions, and Marcus said no. Stephen A. won.
He said I was.
I didn't know this.
He said I was being disrespectful. You understand? And I'm an apology. I said, "What you want? What you
got to make them pay you on air."
No, exactly.
Yeah.
But you know
in
what?
ones.
There is such thing as the cash.
Yes, in ones.
He
got new money, too.
There is such thing as the Cash App. The Cash App.
No.
No.
You got to make him pay his butt.
You
got to get on a plane and pay Stephen A. in person.
He'll be a Wednesday.
Stephen A.,
He's here
let me
Wednesday.
tell you how you do this.
I mean, I think he's
Stephen A.,
less money.
this is what you got to make Marcus Spears do. You got to make him pay you $1,000 in quarters. See, you don't want his money because you got money. You want his pride. You want him to have to go to the bank, and the cashier says, "Why do you need $1,000 in quarters, Mr. Spears?" Because I lost the bet to Stephen A.
Well, I won't say this, though. I would prefer them in dollar bills. I don't need coins. I prefer them in dollar bills.
$1,000?
$1,000.
He got new money. His money is green.
$1,000. He owes me $1,000.
Come on.
Get some?
Swagoo.
It's a charity. This is good. It's all right.
Charity?
Yeah, the Stephen A. Smith Foundation. My back pocket.